joined by UMD political science professor, once again, Dr. Cynthia Rugeley. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you always for having me.
You were here for the Minnesota primaries, now Wisconsin. Tonight, the big difference, Nikki Haley's not in that Republican race anymore. She still took 13% of Wisconsin Republican votes tonight, despite the fact, again, she's not in the race anymore. So what does that tell the Trump campaign?
I think both of the major party candidates have some problems right now with their base. But one of the things to remember with both of them, the uncommitteds are still voting in the Democratic primary, and the people who are voting for Nikki Haley are voting in the Republican primary. What you find is that we as citizens are polarized, and we're polarized along a lot of cultural issues. And so the long and the short of it is we kind of identify now more as our party. We don't just vote Democrat, we are Democrats. And so the reason I'm rambling on about this, it kind of indicates that probably the majority of these voters will go back home in the November election. They'll go back in. But there is parity, so small shifts make a difference. And so both parties should be concerned about these uncommitted votes and these people who are voting for Nikki Haley.
And we know that Wisconsin, being a swing state, is going to be very important heading into the general election. Uninstructed votes, we've been tracking this movement, uncommitted in Minnesota and Michigan, uninstructed here in Wisconsin. We saw 9% of the vote went to uninstructed. What does that indicate as we move to the general election? Is it losing momentum? Is it going to change the way we see what results are going to be in November?
I think they're sending a message to the president. Most of those uncommitted votes, from what I've seen in polling and from informal conversations, do center around the war in Gaza.
Yeah.
And so I think that particularly among younger voters, and I mean college age and a little bit older, they're not happy about that. They're not happy about the war at all. I think a lot of them have said, you know, well, if it comes down to it, we're not voting for Trump. What they've got where Biden could have a problem is they may not vote at all. And I mean, I think that Trump, part of the reason he's really speaking a whole lot about RFK, about Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is because, you know, he really wants some of them to shift off of Biden, you know, that Biden doesn't hold the same coalition. And those young voters made a huge difference. And, you know, when they vote, they make a difference.
Well,
and they're voting now.
And you're around those young voters every day. We hear it all the time. This election and the last couple could very well come down to the youngest voters we have right now in the electorate. So what are you hearing from them on campus, whether Republican or Democrat? What's most important to them? What do they want to hear from the candidates?
You know, they're not a monolithic voting base. I mean, the ones that a lot of them, and I mean, you've had some of them on your show here, a lot of them are pretty unhappy with the war in Gaza. And so they're not happy with either candidate. I think that there's a whole lot of citizens and younger voters are amongst them that are double negatives. They don't really like either one of them. But again, I think that, you know, that come November, I think they will vote, and if they don't, then I think it'll affect Biden more than it will Trump.
And before we let you go, Dr. Rugeley, we know Wisconsin is a very important state heading into general election.
Right.
Trump called on President Biden for a debate. Do you anticipate both of them making more trips into Wisconsin for visits and to earn those votes from voters?
Yeah, we saw a lot of them here 4 years ago. I don't think we're going to see as much of them this time, but I think Wisconsin, they'll probably be paying property taxes by the end of the election.
Okay. Hey, we're going to be talking a lot about this, a lot more about this with you between now and November. Dr. Cynthia Rugeley from UMD, thank you for joining us once again.
Wonderful to have you. Thank you.
Well, results are coming in for one of Superior's most closely watched